The city shows its appreciation to its employees with a Thanksgiving celebration. We show you how to fight fraud, fire, and theft during the holidays. A kart race tournament helped gather food for children across Lowndes County. And we take a closer look at urban forestry with the Arbor Division of Valdosta. These stories and more on this episode of City Focus. Hello, I'm Michael Hawkinson, the Media Coordinator for the City of Valdosta, and thank you for joining us here at City Focus, your source for news and information. We begin this episode by taking you back to November 11th, Veterans Day. Students and members of the community filled Lowndes County High School's Martin Stadium as we celebrated those who served in our country's armed forces. The event, organized by American Legion Post 13, featured a collection of speakers, including Valdosta's Mayor John Gale and Valdosta Police Officer and veteran Eugene Bell.
Good morning. On behalf of the Chief of Police, Brian Childress, and the men and women of the Valdosta Police Department, we wish you a happy Veterans Day to all veterans, their families, and everyone in attendance here today. I spent just over 20 years active duty in the United States Air Force, retiring back in 1996. And during that time, I was assigned to bases all over the world. My career in the military, along with my experiences, made me understand how great this country is and gave me a true love of all the things that America stands for and holds dear to her heart. Our freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and the many other freedoms that we enjoy come at a great price, which is paid daily by our gallant men and women of our armed forces. They and their families sacrifice every day so that we here at home and others who seek freedom abroad can enjoy the life, liberty, and safety that all people should be able to enjoy. So please join me in wishing every veteran and their families, and most especially our current military members and their families, a very happy Veterans Day. We thank you and honor you for the unselfish and unfailing service that you give each day to ensure that we may continue to be a nation of free people. And we ask that God will keep you safe and return you home safe and sound very soon. Thank you.
In addition to the speakers, the audience was treated to patriotic songs performed by the Lowndes County High School Band and a closing ceremony which included a 21-gun salute for all of America's fallen veterans. The Citizens Police Academy concluded its 8-week program on November 13th with a graduation ceremony held at Valdosta Police Department headquarters. We went down to the ceremony to talk with the students and to learn more about this program.
The Citizen Police Academy is a program we have here at the police department where we bring in the citizens from Valdosta and we try and teach them our procedures and some things that we do here at the police department so they better understand when they see an officer out there on the road, they know what they're doing and how they're doing it. It's an 8-week program. We start off the first night is just an introduction. We do a department tour, kind of do a training that night on just intro to the police department to kind of teach them a little bit about the command structure here. And then each week is a different commander or a different personnel from the police department teaches different class. We may have the commander over support services teaches about support services. Commander over investigations teaches about the investigation, and so on like that. We have a gang unit that comes in and teaches about gang investigations. Drug squad sergeant comes in and teaches about that. So people who are experts in their area come in and teach different aspects of the class.
My favorite experience would probably be the narcotics presentation we had. It definitely gave a different outlook on narcotics. You learn about what it smells like, what it looks like, what can it do to your body, the effects on it, the side effects of it, stuff like that.
Chief of Police Brian Childress was at the graduation ceremony, not only to present the volunteers with their awards, but to praise the results of the Valdosta Police Department.
I think the true measure of a good law enforcement agency is a lot of things. And let me start by saying this. The first and foremost, do they solve crime? Not me, them. I don't work these cases. I don't go out and solve these cases. Do they solve crimes? And the answer is yes, this department. And here's how I can tell you that. They're better than the rest of the country. We track solution rates of major crimes: murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, auto theft, arson, larcenies. We track those compared to the rest of the country. And I'm here to tell you, at least since '09 and even further back than that, but certainly in '09, we really started focusing on part one crimes. They're better than the rest of the country.
The program is more than just teaching citizens about practices and procedures that go into police work. The Academy exposes the human side of law enforcement, showing that officers are much more than just a badge.
I just want to tell them that we enjoy having them here, and we want to, like the chief said, we want to have a partnership with the community. So the more people that can come through this program, the more we feel like that there are going to be people out there that are advocates for the police department who can understand what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we're doing it that way, and that they can go out and tell other people the same thing. I would just say, it's a great opportunity for them to come in and learn about the police department. Not only learn about it, but get to know us, meet us. You can put a face with the person you see on the side of the street. You can put a name with the person you see on TV or that you read about in the paper, and you have somebody you have a contact, somebody that you can call and talk to if you have a question.
I just give the credit to the chief and his staff for it. They're very professionals and they're human just like we are, and they protect us, but you have to look after the safety of them also, and I just enjoyed it. I would recommend everybody that is in Valdosta to get involved with this group. It's a wonderful class. The police officers are fantastic. It's great training, and it gives knowledge of a little more in-depth of behind the scenes of what goes on and what they do. I would highly recommend each citizen to participate in this.
The VPD Citizens Police Academy is one of the 3 programs the city offers designed to give participants greater insight into Valdosta's operations, the other 2 being the Valdosta Fire Department's Citizens Fire Academy and the Government 101 for Citizens. If you would like an application for the next Citizens Police Academy, or would just like more information, call VPD Officer Vernotis Williams at 229-292-7787. The Valdosta Police Department would like to remind citizens that certain areas of the city have specific regulations when it comes to parking vehicles.
I'm Investigator Shirley with the Valdosta Police Department. I handle permit enforcement. I'd like to talk to you today about parking overlay. Certain areas of the city are in this parking overlay district. The overlay district requires that no vehicles be parked in the front yard unless on an improved surface. The improved surface must be approved by the City Engineering Department, which can only encompass 25% of the front yard. You cannot park trailers, RVs, or any other vehicles other than vehicles driven every day for regular travel in the front yard.
The residential parking overlay is one of 5 overlay districts in the city of Valdosta. Each district has its own individual regulations in addition to the existing zoning provisions of the area. The residential parking overlay was established to protect the safety and welfare of the community and to retain the value of property in residential neighborhoods. Parking on unimproved surfaces can cause environmental damage over time, so it's important to follow established standards. For a detailed look at the overlay district's rules and regulations, go to the Planning and Zoning section of valdostacity.com. On the left-hand side, choose Land Development Regulations and scroll down to Chapter 210, Overlay Zoning Districts. If you would like more information or have additional questions regarding land development regulations, call the Planning and Zoning Division at 229-259-3563. The Mayor's Council for Persons with Disabilities is sponsoring an essay contest for high school juniors and seniors. The theme of this year's essay is Expect, Employ, Empower. Submissions should challenge misconceptions about disabilities and describe the skill set that those with disabilities can bring to an organization. Students are encouraged to practice their journalism skills by gathering interviews to enhance their essays. The contest will be judged by members of the community, and the student with the winning essay will earn a $500 reward. For a detailed list of the rules and requirements, and for submission guidelines, contact Margaret Duncan by phone at 229-245-2498 or by email at mlduncan@valdosta.edu. And remember, the Mayor's Council for Persons with Disabilities is always looking for people to attend their meetings. The group was formed to advise the Mayor on how to make Valdosta truly a city without limits by promoting those with disabilities to live and work in a barrier-free environment. If you would like to attend, the Council meets bi-monthly on the second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. For a list of meeting locations and for more information, call Kimberly Tanner at 229-245-2498. For over 5 decades, the Lowndes County Bird Supper has been bringing together hundreds of state officials and local business and government personnel for a dinner of quail and conversation. The 2015 Bird Supper is scheduled for Wednesday, January 28th at the Georgia Railroad Depot in Atlanta at 5 p.m. The event, sponsored by the City of Valdosta and Lowndes County, allows local professionals the opportunity to have an impact on the legislative agenda with face-to-face conversations with those who will be making the decisions that impact our local area. Don't miss this opportunity to meet on an informal basis with top state leadership and to have a voice on issues affecting our area. Tickets may be purchased for $50 each on the first floor of the Lowndes County Judicial Building or at Valdosta City Hall. For more information about tickets or the event, contact Lowndes County Public Information Officer Paige Dukes at 229-671-2400 or City of Valdosta Public Information Officer Samantha Matthews at 229-259-3548 or send your request to birdsupper@lowndscounty.com. On Thursday, November 13th, the city hosted its annual Thanksgiving luncheon for employees of the various departments of the city. Organized by members of the Employee Relations Committee, the luncheon featured a variety of foods to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday.
For many years, our city has had a Thanksgiving Day celebration where we bring all our employees together and everyone brings a dish, and we just have fellowship and take an opportunity to be thankful for the things that we have and the opportunities that we're giving and the opportunity to serve our citizens in our community. And we just find it's a great opportunity to bond with one another and just share in time. We're so busy in our work lives that it's great to have an opportunity to spend with people on a more personal level. So it's something I look forward to each and every year.
Employees of the city were not only treated to an array of Thanksgiving dishes. Each employee was entered in a raffle with a chance to win prizes donated by businesses throughout the community.
George Jasinski, engineer.
All right. YMCA, yes, pass. It'll work out.
While we celebrate Thanksgiving with delicious food and gifts, it is important to remember why we give thanks in the first place.
I think we all have a tendency to think about the challenges that we have in our life and that sometimes the things that we don't have. And I think particularly during the Thanksgiving season, it's important to be thankful for what we do have and what we are given and what we're blessed to have. And so that is our opportunity today to come together and share food and share fellowship with one another and be thankful for what we do have.
And all of us here at City Focus hope that you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving too. Stick around, City Focus will be right back with information on keeping yourself safe from burglaries, identity theft, and fire this Christmas season.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
On the previous episode of City Focus, Officer Vernotis Williams of the Valdosta Police Department provided a few pointers on preventing theft and break-ins during the holiday season. It is important to remember these tips as we head into the Christmas season. If you plan to travel during the holidays, be sure you have a close friend or neighbor come by and check your house. Ask him or her to come by each day and turn on a light in a different room when they stop by. If you only leave on one light in one room, it gives a signal that the house is empty. When you go shopping for gifts, try to only carry a credit card or just a small amount of cash. If you have to bring cash, be sure to only carry enough for the item and no more. When you do purchase items, go back home and drop them off before you continue shopping. Items sitting in an unattended vehicle can be easy targets. And finally, when disposing of the boxes that products come in, destroy them completely before leaving them out for pickup. Boxes can show burglars the exact items you have in your home, making it a potential target for break-ins. Following this advice can help you protect your home and property, but if an incident does occur, report it to the Valdosta Police Department as soon as possible. You can contact the VPD by calling 229-242-2606 or use the incident reporting service at valdostacity.com/police. And remember to stay safe this holiday season. Valdosta State University recently held a seminar on how to protect yourself from fraud, identity theft, and other scams that can happen during the holidays. The seminar was hosted by Dr. Candace Witherspoon, a VSU accounting professor who taught those attending on how to check your credit score, what to do if your identity is stolen, and ways to securely shop online.
Well, with online shopping, to make sure that the website that you are shopping from is one that you're familiar with, that you trust. If it is a smaller website or a smaller company that maybe you're not so familiar with, then to do a little bit of research, to look at complaint boards or complaints that people have posted about the company on complaint sites, or check with the Better Business Bureau. Two good tactics to use to check those sites. Just be very careful about giving out personal information to anybody on the phone or online, and it's always best to use your credit card when shopping. Credit cards have pretty good dispute resolution as opposed to debit cards and other forms of payment.
With Christmas less than a month away, if you don't already have your decorations up and around your home, you're probably planning to put them up soon. And while decorations give your home the festive look to match the Christmas season, these trimmings can present potential risks. We found some advice on how to actively avoid adornment accidents. When it comes to Christmas trees, fresh trees are safer. To check a tree's freshness, take a close look at the needles. They should be green and hard to pull from the branch. When you bend the needles, make sure they bend and do not break. Bounce the tree on the ground. An abundance of falling needles indicates that the tree is too dry, making it a potential fire hazard. If you decide to go with an artificial tree, make sure it specifically states that the tree is fire resistant. Okay. Just 2, yeah. All right. When it comes to lights, both indoors and outdoors, be sure they have been tested for safety. Before stringing up lights, check for broken bulbs, bare wires, and loose connections. If you see any damage, discard the lights or repair them before hanging them. Be sure to turn lights off before leaving the house or turning in for the night. Unattended lights have been known to short out and start fires. If your home has a fireplace, be sure to open the flue before lighting a fire. A closed flue can keep smoke trapped in your home instead of leaving through the chimney, which can pose hazardous to health. Keep decorations away from the fireplace when it's in use, and do not burn paper in the fireplace. Burning paper can cause a flash fire, which can quickly get out of control. It's important to make sure that your home is safe as family and friends join you to celebrate the holiday season. Ensuring safety beforehand will let you focus more on enjoying time with loved ones this Christmas. After this PSA break, City Focus will return to show you the kart race that is helping children throughout Lowndes County.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
On Saturday, November 15th, you may have seen something a bit out of the ordinary in the Hobby Lobby parking lot. Teams of racers gathered in the morning to participate in the stocked kart race organized by the Valdosta Lowndes Park and Recreation Authority.
Today we are having our second annual stock kart race. So what this is, it's kind of our way of getting into the holiday season, wanting to do something charitable for our community and having a little fun while we're at it. It's Titletown, so it's kind of a nice way to get the competitive spirit going. What we do is we've partnered with Hobby Lobby, and it's actually all the donations that are being brought today are going to Hungry at Home, which is a charity that's right here in Valdosta and Lowndes County. It's in all of our schools, and it gives kids food that they can take home in a backpack so they can eat on the weekends, but they may not otherwise have food. And they can bring their backpacks back, and no one knows. Just know that you're giving back, so it's getting into that charitable holiday season, but it's going directly to kids in our community. It's in almost all of the schools in Valdosta and Lowndes County. So, I mean, it's going right here. The food and your donations are staying right here for the kids in our community.
The teams of 4 met in the parking lot where they signed up for the race and dropped off donations for the Hungry at Home charity. Donations included juice boxes, granola bars, fruit cups, and other foods children can take home in one of the backpacks provided by the program. Racers then took the provided carts and added their own unique flavor, decorating the carts to promote their team's organization or business. After a short introduction, the racers gathered at the starting line and the tournament began. Once the tournament concluded, 3 winners were crowned. CJB Industries collected the most donations, raising 1/3 of the total amount. The award for the best decorated cart went to one of the carts designed by the Valdosta Fire Department. And of course, there was the winner of the race itself.
All right, and the fastest cart, the winner of our big tournament is the Tide. Probably the most tired person here as well.
Every year our family, we run or some type of event for others that are in need. Last year we ran a family 5K. This year we're doing the food for those children that are in need. And what better way than to do this and help and make us closer as a family.
The event raised close to $1,400 worth of food for the Hungry at Home charity. These donations will go to children throughout the schools in Valdosta and Lowndes County. To make your own donation to Hungry at Home, or to find more information, including how to get involved and volunteer, visit hungryathome.org. While the Parks and Recreation Authority collected donations of food, the city's Public Works Department collected people's unwanted technology. I sat down with Director of Public Works, Richard Hardy, as he gave me more information about the event.
Well, we had the biannual e-recycling event hosted by the City of Valdosta, Atlanta Recycling Solutions, and Keep Valdosta Beautiful. People brought in everything from cell phones, fax machines, printers, laptop computers, desktop computers, corporation type, large type scanners and printers. Pretty much anything that you could transmit data, electronic devices in that nature was brought out and collected. This weekend we collected over probably around 29,000 pounds of electronic items, 2,500 pounds which was of television sets.
These recycling events are important to the health and well-being of the environment and the people of Valdosta. By disposing of electronics in a responsible manner, we can prevent the groundwater being contaminated by hazardous chemicals like lead and mercury. And if you missed out on this electronic recycling event, the next one will take place on April 11th, 2015.
Well, I just want to thank all the citizens to continue to help keep the environment clean by bringing out these items. You know, when we have these events, and like I said, it's very important. We want to keep our city and keep the environments clean.
For more information on electronics recycling, contact the Public Works Department at 229-259-3588. If you have old, expired medication lying around, it is important to dispose of it in a responsible manner. Unused medication can be easily stolen, misused, and abused, creating a health and safety concern for the community. The Lowndes County Sheriff's Office is helping to prevent the misuse of medicine thanks to its drug drop box. Right now, the box is for pills only, so liquids, inhalers, and syringes will not be accepted. If you do have any pills that need to be safely disposed of, bring them to the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office located at 120 Prison Farm Road here in Valdosta. On Christmas Day and New Year's Day, there will be a change in garbage collection. There will be no collection services on either holiday. For each holiday, residential garbage, recycling, and yard waste will be picked up on the day following the holiday. Call the Public Works Department at 229-259-3588 for a complete schedule of holiday garbage pickup. After this short PSA break, we'll give you some insight into the city's Arbor Division and keep you updated on holiday events happening here in Valdosta. Stick around, you're watching City Focus.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. Ernie Els encourages you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
If you've been to the corner of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Ashley Street, you may have noticed a new addition to the Memorial Park. Arborists from the city's engineering department went out to the park on the morning of November 12th to replace a dead tree near the obelisk. Combining the efforts of both machinery and manpower, the arborists wrenched the remains of the dead tree from the soil and replaced it with a younger tree in accordance with the idea of rotating the age of the trees. If you have any questions about urban forestry, call the Arbor Division at 229-259-3530 for more information. And while we're on the topic of trees, This year marks the 24th annual Bring One for the Chipper event hosted by Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful and the City of Valdosta Arbor Division. Beginning December 26th, trees can be dropped off at multiple locations across town. Anyone that brings a tree between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. on January 3rd will get a free treed seedling while supplies last. Drop-off locations include the Home Depot on Norman Drive, the Walmart Supercenter on Perimeter Road, and the Mathis Auditorium on North Ashley Street. The Shop with a Cop and Shop with a Firefighter programs are still accepting donations from citizens, organizations, and businesses throughout Valdosta. These programs allow some of the local public servants to give some of the city's youth a fun experience they'll never forget. If you're looking for more information on each program, or if you would like to provide a donation, contact Sergeant Chris Staples or Officer Vernotis Williams using the numbers on screen. And if you're looking for more ways to help children during the holidays, the Valdosta Outback Riders are sponsoring the 22nd annual Toy Ride taking place Saturday, December 20th. The event will be used to collect donations of toys, which will be distributed by the Salvation Army to the less fortunate children throughout Lowndes County. Motorcyclists are encouraged to bring a donation and join the group as they set out from Lake Park outlets at 1:30 p.m. and ride through Valdosta. Riders that participate will be entered in a drawing for a chance to win door prizes. For more information on the Toy Ride, contact the Outback Riders at 229-460-2521 or at 229-561-7125. The city is gearing up for this weekend's holiday events. Earlier this month, the tree was raised outside of City Hall, topped with a star in preparation for the tree lighting on December 5th. The event will kick off at 5:30 p.m. and will feature hot cocoa and cider for refreshments. The following day, Main Street will be hosting its Christmas Open House, which takes place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The event features foods and crafts from local vendors and a variety of activities for children. Be sure to stay downtown because at 5 p.m. the Greater Valdosta Community Christmas Parade starts its trip along Patterson Street from Woodrow Wilson to downtown. If you have any questions about the open house or the Christmas Parade, visit the Main Street website at valdostamainstreet.com or call the Main Street office at 229-259-3577. Finally, we leave you with this message from the Mayor of Valdosta, John Gale.
Hi, I'm Mayor John Gale, and I want to wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas. Also, at this time of the year, we pause to give thanks for all the many blessings that we have, and I encourage you to give to those who are less fortunate than you. Again, have a very Merry Christmas, and I look forward to the new year. Thank you very much.
This concludes another episode of City Focus. Visit our website at valdostacity.com/metro17 to view this and previous episodes of the show. And if you would like to keep updated on what's going on in the city, follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta. And stay connected to Metro 17, your news and information station, for more great programming. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time here on City Focus.